Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ebony Bowler. We talk business, faith, and finances, where I educate, encourage, empower, and help you to discover your purpose as a Christian believer in the earth. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ebony Bowler, where we talk business, faith, and finances. Today is Friday, and we're talking finances. Identity theft is going to be our topic. Protect your credit and your money. Subtopic: reports, alerts, and emails. Let's get started. So, a little bit of background of why this video is being made. I lost everything, not once, but twice. Filed a Chapter 13 bankruptcy to save a house that I ended up selling 3 years later. Lived with friends and relatives during some of this process, still all while being married. Now I am 10 times better and have superseded mine and my husband's highest credit scores and financial savings and investments portfolio throughout the whole time that we've been on this earth. So I refuse to let someone take away from me, from us, what we've worked our buns off to build. So let's talk about what happened and why I'm sharing this with you, because I want you to be protected as well. I hired someone back in July of last year to help me build my YouTube channel. I sent them a payment via PayPal, and my account was compromised. But thank God for my bank. They notified me and everything was shut down immediately. The person was not able to get any of the funds out of my account because I had my account attached to my PayPal at the time. And because the email came out quickly, I was saved. We're going to talk about that later, how to protect yourself. But let me continue on with what happened. So, this past week, fast forward it now, I received several emails from Bank of America saying I applied for an account, that it was approved, and my email address had been verified. So I opened up the emails, but I didn't click on anything. I actually called Bank of America because I don't have any accounts with them. And they verified that a person had opened up an account, a mobile online account in my name, using one of my previous addresses that I used to live at in New Jersey, and that they actually was having a card mailed to an address that I had never heard of or never lived at. Thank God that I was able to get everything stopped. They closed the bank account out, and they also stopped the card from being mailed out because I acted quickly. How did I do all of that? We're going to talk about that a little bit more. But let me just tell you, I know that it's no joke out here. So let's go into what we've already done to build ourselves up and what we're going to do to protect ourselves, because I want you to hear this and I want you to feel the pain in what I'm saying, because this could be you. This has happened to so many people. I'm actually going to leave a link to another person's video that I follow on YouTube. I love her. I subscribe to her. You're going to hear her story, how her Cash App was hacked. I want you guys to know that this is real and you've got to take action. So I'm going to tell you that. But first, let's talk about doing the work. This is why this is so serious and important. I did the work. I fixed my credit. I saved my money. I invested wisely. I purchased assets. Some of you all have done the same thing. Purchased real estate, paid all your bills on time or before time like me. You disciplined yourself. You deferred some gratification, whatever you had to do, where you were and the state that you were in, so that you could get out of debt, so that you could be debt free, so that you could live a more stress-free life when it comes to finances, so that you don't have to be stuck somewhere you don't want to be, or in a position that you don't desire, so that you do have something for your children or your children's children. So you've done all that hard work. And in me and my husband's cases, before now, we never owned credit cards. So you may say, well, Ebony, why did you file bankruptcy? And I thought you were in finances. How did you get in this position? Long story short, not to shame anybody, I already mentioned it in a previous video. I moved for the love of a relative and moved to another state, left my house in another state. My house was never rented out. I wasn't able to get it rented out. It sat vacant for like a year and a half. And so I didn't want to lose my house. And so after consulting with several agencies and companies to try to help me save my house, they said the bank wanted to sell it, and I literally had to file bankruptcy in order to save the home. And so that's what I did. Ended up still having to sell the house 3 years later, but it bought me some time. Why did I have to sell 3 years later? Because it was obvious. The bankruptcy payments and the mortgage payments were like the amount of living in like a house 3 times the size of the house that I was living in. And it just became not to make any sense and not worth it. But let's move on. Fort Knox. I don't know if you've ever heard that saying, but that's going to be our solution today. We're going to lock it down tighter than Fort Knox. Fort Knox, if you're not familiar with what that is, and I am looking at notes here, it is a heavily guarded, extensive security. I mean, heavily guarded place that has over 147.3 million ounces of gold, which is just over half of the U.S. treasures stored in bullions. And so that's why I'm saying we're going to lock this thing down tighter than Fort Knox, because if you can get in there, you a bad mama jamma, as the saying goes. So how do you protect yourself from identity theft? How do you protect yourself from fraud? How do you protect your credit, your savings, your investments, everything you've worked extremely hard for or you've taken the time to discipline yourself for? Couple of things, how I'm staying on top of it, and how, thank the Lord, so far the criminals have never been able to get anything from me. And so I'm going to be careful because I know criminals may watch this video as well, or not even so much criminals, but people who are cyber happy and want to take other people's stuff. So locking it down tighter than Fort Knox. First thing is you want to set up email alerts for your bank accounts, credit reports, investment accounts. That is how I was able to tackle that Bank of America situation right away, because I got the email within like probably, I don't know, a minute from when they did the transactions. But I didn't check my email right away, but I saw it within the first hour. So I do have emails attached to my cell phone where they alert me and I can look at them. So set up your email alerts. That's going to be extremely important. Also, with your credit reports. So with my bank account, my credit reports, and my investment accounts, all of them, I have alerts to them where they can text or email me any changes, anything that's going on. The next thing I'm going to tell you to do is set up two-step verification on all of your accounts. Meaning when you log in there, you can't just put in your password and that's it. You've got to put in your password and then be text a security code. And then put in the code, and then it allows you into your accounts. Also, set up PIN numbers with your cell phone providers and so on. Even there, they will try to hack that way by going and getting things in your name, getting phones in your name, opening up phone lines. You'd be amazed. But if you set up PIN numbers, a number that only you know, that's another extra layer of security when you get on the phone with your cell phone provider or when you want to make a transaction. Number three, set up code words for your credit union accounts, your bank accounts, any of that. What I mean by that is when I call my credit union, they always say, Ebony, what is your code word? And if I give them that code word, then I'm a-okay to continue on with the conversation. So that is something else that I would definitely recommend that you do. Let's talk about things that you can do that's not necessarily the two-way step verifications or on the phone, but the ways that you can get other entities and agencies to help protect your credit. And that is one is fraud alert. Add fraud alert to your credit report. I already had it, and so did my husband, because we were compromised, like many people, through mega companies around the world that we're all have an account with, whether it's a TV provider that we use, or a cell phone provider that we use, or a certain store that we shop with online. If they're ever compromised, which it happens all the time, they will offer you free credit alert to your credit report. Take it. So that's the first step that I had for free that I didn't have to pay for, that protected me. But then also I added an extra layer of protection, and I'll tell you how to do that. Also, after the situation with the bank, they let me know that I could also put a credit alert on check systems. That's the system that they use when they're going to open up a bank account for you to see if you owe money, if you've never paid your bills with your not bills, but meaning if you've ever overdrafted a checking account or savings account or something and left the bank in a bad rut. check systems will be able to check that just like the credit bureaus are able to check your credit. Well, when they check that, if you've got stuff in there, a lot of times you can't open an account. Well, I added an extra alert to that system so that therefore no one else can open up an account without extra verification directly from me through check systems. That's also free, but that's another area where you want to have an alert now, or have a layer of protection. But to add that extra layer of protection is you can add a phone number to your credit report, and that's considered an extra layer of fraud alert protection. So fraud alert is more so, hey, get a picture of my ID, my driver's license, make sure it's me before you open up any accounts in my name. With the extra layer, they have to literally call you on the phone and talk to you and say, did you just apply for this XYZ credit card or this XYZ loan? That is ingenious. And so that is an extra layer that you can add to your credit report. Also, the last one I want to share with you as purchase identity theft protection insurance. I cannot say how important that is. I will not tell you the company that I have my identity theft protection insurance through just because I know that the scammers are watching. And I don't want to give out all of the ways to protect myself just in case someone wants to get happy and try something else again. So do your own research. There are some good ones out there, but you've got to protect yourself. And so that's what this video is all about. And I hope you took heed to this. I hope you enjoyed this announcement, this truly wake up call for you because people are desperate right now. So many people are hurting. If you're able to pay your bills, if you have a roof over your head and you have food to eat, you are doing a whole lot better than some people right now, believe it or not. So you better thank your blessings, thank God, thank Jesus. But more than even that, you want to protect what He's allowed you to be blessed to have. So if you even have that, you're doing great. But if you're doing anything above that, that is truly amazing in this time. So you want to protect yourself and you don't want to let anyone take away what you've worked so hard for. So I want to thank you today to all my BFF friends. If you don't know what BFF is, you are my business, faith, and finance friends. On Mondays, we talk business. On Wednesday, we talk faith, and on Fridays, we talk finances. I want to admonish you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. My videos are only going to get better. I'm going to be giving more and more information. Yeah, it's like the mascara or something in my eyes is burning them. That's why I'm blinking right steady. But I want to thank you so much for watching. To all my subscribers for helping me to get my watch hours up. I'm almost there in the program where I'm going to start monetizing. I'm super excited. But until then, I'll see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching. And remember to do your very best because all you can do is all you can do. Mwah. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to my channel